Let's go a little back in time, back to the rugged valleys and high plains of northern Iraq, the land of the indigenous Assyrians. A resilient people began to form a unique identity, shaped by centuries of cultural fusion and geopolitical change. The early Assyrians didn't emerge in isolation. They were shaped by an intricate web of cultural interactions. They intermingled with the Subartians, a mysterious highland people of Upper Mesopotamia, and absorbed influences from the Hurrians, the Sumerians of the south, and later the expanding Akkadians. Their language, early Akkadian dialects, evolved with Subartian roots and Semitic overlays, laying the foundation for what would become Old Assyrian. The name Assyria comes from their chief city, Ashur, named after their supreme god Ashur, a warrior deity later merged with Enlil's attributes. Other major deities included Ishtar of Nineveh, goddess of love and war, and Adad, god of storms. Key early Assyrian cities like Ashur, Nineveh, and Arbela rose along the Tigris, acting as hubs of trade, religion, and military strength. The Assyrians were never isolated. From the early dynastic period of Sumer, Assur's merchants traded with southern cities like Lagash, and Kish. But it was during the Akkadian Empire under Sargon the Great and Naram-Sin that northern Mesopotamia fell under deep Akkadian influence. The Assyrians adopted Akkadian names, administrative practices, royal iconography, and even military structures. They aligned more closely with the Akkadian legacy than Babylonian. Assyrian kings bore names like Ilu-Shuma, Erishum, and Sargon, echoing their imperial predecessors. When the third dynasty of fell around 2004, BC northern Mesopotamia entered a new phase. This marks the beginning of the ancient Assyrian period, spanning from about 2000 to 1500 BC. Here, some Assyrian kings, Ilu-Shuma, 2000 BC, strengthened trade links with southern cities and claimed to free southern Akkadians from taxes. Erishum I 1905 to 1867 BC. One of the first to use the title, Išši'ak Aššur, built temples and codified laws. Shamshi-Adad Y 1809 to 1776 BC. Perhaps the most powerful ancient Assyrian king, expanded his kingdom across northern Mesopotamia and even into Syria, seizing Ekalatum and ruling from Shubat-Enlil. He built a short-lived Assyrian empire that stretched from the Zagros Mountains to the Euphrates. The ancient Assyrians were deeply connected to surrounding kingdoms. They engaged diplomatically and militarily with Amorites, who ruled Babylon and also penetrated the north. Shamshi-Adad himself may have had Amorite ancestry. Babylonia, a constant neighbor and sometimes rival. Babylon rose under Hammurabi, just as Assyria was consolidating. After the death of Shamshi-Adad I, Assyria fell under Babylonian influence as Hammurabi extended his control northward. But this subjugation was short-lived. Following Hammurabi's death, Assyria gradually regained its independence, re-establishing its own line of native rulers and restoring the authority of Ashur-Eshnuna, a powerful eastern city with whom Assyria competed for control over trade routes in the Diyala River Valley. Hittites from Anatolia, who later destroyed Babylon around 1595 BC, were already present in trading relations with Assyrian merchants in cities like Kanesh, Kultepe. But by circa 1500 BC, the ancient Assyrian period came to an end. The region faced turmoil and power shifted. New powers like the Mitanni emerged in the north, while the Kassites ruled Babylon. Assyria entered a quieter phase, but it was not the end. It was only the beginning of a new chapter, the rise of the Middle Assyrian Empire.